Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Hello, hello. What is up, and welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. After my day off for the week for errands, and my microphone stand is crooked and falling. What is going on here? Hold on. Do not stop being lopsided. Microphone's like lopsided and leaning. Like, what the hell's going on here? Didn't used to do this. Okay, I think it's all right now. Okay, so after my day off to run errands and the like, my one day a week when I actually have some time to take it off of streaming to go do other personal stuff, I am back. Okay. How's everyone? How was your day yesterday? Your Thursday? Hopefully it was well. Apologies I wasn't here, but now I'm back for 6 straight days of streaming. 6. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No interruptions. Streaming every day. The only exception will be Sunday night. I will not be doing a second stream because I have many things to do Sunday night this week. I'll talk about that in a moment when I get to the schedule. And this week's going to be a big variety mix. A lot of stuff going on this week, including continuing on with various playthroughs, some fun multiplayer sessions, some chill streams, and over the course of this weekend here, I'm going to make a decision. All right? Very important decision on what the next major game will be that I'll be playing on stream. And the choices are either Grand Theft Auto 3 HD or Dark Souls Remastered, a Magic Run, either Sorcerer or Pyromancer. Okay? Now, I have seen that you guys have been completely disagreeing about this recently in stream chat. It surely looks to me, excuse me, it surely looks to me like there is no good consensus on what you guys and gals want to see coming up this week. So I'm honestly not sure what to do yet. I'm still looking for your feedback, okay? So, if you prefer one or the other, I hope that you guys will let me know. All right, let me know what you think. Let me know, what is it you want to see coming up, because I'm going to be looking at your feedback on Twitter, email, and of course in stream chat. All right, and then I'm thinking by Monday-ish, I'll make my decision, and we'll be starting up the new playthrough next week. All right. Apologies, everyone. As you can hear, I am still joking. I woke up multiple times last night choking. Ugh. As I told you guys, sadly, I knew this cold was going to linger. The way the cold was, going through the symptoms and everything, it really got to me. And here I am over a week after, not streaming, because I had actually streamed that Saturday night last week. So I guess it's roughly a week. And I'm still suffering and choking, and it's terrible, okay? It really does stink. But that's life. I just got to get over it. And my body just needs to keep fighting it and get these symptoms out of my body, these lingering symptoms. So yesterday, I spent a day out with Kat, and we did a lot of stuff we needed to do. We finally made a Costco run for the first time in, a long-ass time. We needed to go to Costco, no lie, for, the last month. We were out of a lot of things that we use in bulk that we save a lot of money by buying them at Costco. But, first of all, it was the Christmas season, and when it's Christmas, it's like a nightmare trying to go into Costco. It's like, don't even go near that building. There's so many fucking people there around Christmas and everything. And then last week, we wanted to go, but I was sick, and I was like, man, I don't feel good. I really don't think we should be going to Costco and fighting off these crowds and me carrying heavy shit, out to the car or whatever. So finally we had a chance to do that yesterday. It took a long-ass time with all the people, but, we got that done. Among other things, regular grocery shopping and the like. So it was a good day. It was a good day out. And now I'm back, like I said, for 6 straight days. And looking forward to it. So what are we doing? Let's talk a little bit about the schedule and everything so you guys know what to expect. Today, it's Friday, and I'm doing something I haven't done in a long time, multiplayer madness. Do you guys remember when I used to do these full days of multiplayer gameplay? Okay. It's been a while. it's been quite a while since I was doing a full session. Excuse me. A full session of multiplayer gameplay. Really, this usually happens around the end of the year because that's when most of the games that have good multiplayer come out. All right, and so we've got Call of Duty Black Ops 4, a game that, let's be honest here, I've only been able to play Black Ops 4 multiplayer 2-3 times tops. It's been a game that since it came out, I played a lot of Blackout, right? But because of all the new releases and everything that came out this fall, it was very difficult for me to actually jump into the multiplayer. And the bottom line is, sadly, the game, in my opinion, at least from the little bit that I played, wasn't as good as previous Call of Duties. I really do feel like they went 2 steps forward and 10 steps back this year. That doesn't mean it's not entertaining to watch or fun to play. It just means it doesn't feel as competitively viable as it did in previous years. All right. So, the truth of the matter here is that I don't know how today's going to go. It could be fun and I could do well. It could be fun and I do terrible. Or it could just be shit. It could be it's probably going to be full of rage. Let's face this. All right. No matter what happens, it's probably going to be full of rage. And, I'll do my best to, get victories and win and learn the game. Because a few times that I played it multiplayer previously, I was trying to learn the game. And the last time that I played it was right before they had released a patch that apparently added a whole new class. And I guess people who play the game all the time were complaining the class is completely broken, that you could steal other people's kill streaks. Which is absolutely hilarious, because basically they complain about the kill streaks when someone can steal them, but not when they can use abusive strategies to earn them. You see what I mean? So I've been saying the whole time with Black Ops 4, the game's broken because the whole game's about abusive kill streaks. Once you get a kill streak going, that's it. There's no chance of coming back because it's just rolling kills. Well, now these people who basically abuse the game to get these kill streaks get a case of their own medicine when people could steal them. And now people were complaining about the game. Now, that was weeks ago. I think since then they've patched the game. I don't know if they made it more fair or whatever. I have no idea. I'm not a big Call of Duty player, especially not in the modern era. So I'm not sure. We're going to see today firsthand. What have they changed? Is it better? Is it worse? All right. We'll see what happens. And by the way, this is going to be the entire first stream. So we've got a lot of gameplay coming up on this first gameplay stream. I haven't played Call of Duty multiplayer in so long, and we're finally going to get a big hearty dose of it today. Okay? Then tonight, I'm going to be doing Smash Ultimate multiplayer. Now, I played this last weekend, and I actually did quite well in a very different kind of gameplay than I had done previously. I was actually doing really well, and winning and getting win streaks with the characters I was picking, such as Bowser and King K. Rool and Cloud. So I think I'm starting to learn some of the mechanics of the game, although I'll admit I'm not good at it. I just think that a lot of people got the game for Christmas, and they're still learning the basics. So I have a hand above them, you know what I mean? So, that being said, I think tonight will be fun. I think today will be a fun day. Even if it's full of rage and fail, I still think today will be a fun and entertaining day for everyone. And something different. Breaks up the monotony of the same kind of things that I'm doing every day. Having a multiplayer day like today is a good thing for variety's sake, in my opinion. Okay? All right, now tomorrow, okay, I'm going to be doing another session of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I know some of you are groaning. What I'm trying to do is finish the game. The final content of the game is killing all the cultists. And I have a few leads. I think I have 3 different leads of places I can go to unlock cultist quest lines. If guys, if you are a fan of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and a fan of my playthrough and you know about the cultists and you want to help out tomorrow, all right, if you want to help out with having me do the final of the 3 major story objectives in the game, to kill all these cultists off. Please join the stream tomorrow by all means. I'm going to need your help, all right, to figure this shit out. Because it's not straightforward. There's still a bunch of cultists I have no clues about, okay? All right, so that's going to be, excuse me, that's going to be tomorrow's main stream. And tomorrow night, more Minecraft, okay? Actually, no, I take that back. I think tomorrow's Blackout, right? Because I played Minecraft. Yeah, tomorrow's Blackout. My fault, guys. I got the schedule confused. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, will be Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout. All right? Blackout gameplay. Because I haven't played that now longer than Minecraft. Then on Sunday, it looks like I'm going to play Deltarune. Deltarune is the next game from the makers of Undertale, okay? And it's only about 4 hours long, supposedly. It's free. And people have been asking me to play this since it came out in November. So on Sunday, it looks like I'll be playing Deltarune, okay? Then on Monday, I'm going to do another session of Final Fantasy IV. And then Monday night will be Minecraft, okay? So then, hopefully over the course of this weekend, I'll have gotten enough feedback from you guys, you know, after 4 straight days of streaming, of should I be playing Grand Theft Auto 3 HD, or should I be playing Dark Souls Remastered? And I'll make that decision, and I'll probably start playing that game on Tuesday, okay? So we'll see. We'll see what ends up after over the weekend, getting all your feedback. We'll see what you guys say, and we'll go from there. All right. And outside of all that, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I really want to cover schedule-wise. Not really. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But I think we'll play it by ear for the month. Remember, keep in mind, next week, not this week coming up, but next week, there's potential for new releases in Ace Combat 7, and I believe there may be a new episode of The Walking Dead coming out. Will I be playing it? I'm not sure yet. More than likely The Walking Dead, yes. Ace Combat, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it, okay? Some people seem to say, yes, do it, and others are like, nah, that's not going to be interesting or anything. So, we'll see. So there you go, guys. Schedule-wise, that's what you can at least expect in the next week. And I hope that sounds good to you, obviously. You know, a good variety for sure, right? A lot of good variety in there. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I could do a lot of plugs today. I'm not going to. I'm going to go along with the same thing I've been doing recently, where I do a very short plug segment, and people really seem to like it. So it's this simple. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate any and all of your support. I do. Anything you guys do to contribute, whether you want to pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidefil, or maybe you want to check out some of my merchandise on my Teespring store, or, you know, maybe you want to cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream. Any of those things help me out, and I appreciate them very much. And I want to say in advance, thank you guys very much for any contributions you may give during the stream. However, if you really want to help me, all right, the best way that you can help me right now, all right, would be to tip me. Tipping me right now is going to help me in the short term. Reason being, right now, financially, everything is super tight, and the month has just started. It will be super tight pretty much until I get paid by Twitch, which is around the middle of the month, okay? You know, things went really slowly a couple months ago in October, and then I got paid for that in December, so I didn't make as much as usual in December. And then I got sick, and I couldn't work for a whole week. So I'm still recovering from that, as you can hear. And the way that you can help me is by tipping me. If you do, I get that money right away, goes to my bank account, and I can put that straight towards bills, and avoid overdrafts and unpaid bills for, you know, a week or two until I get paid from Twitch. So please, I appreciate any kind of contributions. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to give you a shout out no matter what you do. The best way you can help me in the short term right now is to send me a tip. There's 2 ways you can tip me, okay? Either below the stream there's a button, and that button says tip jar. You can click on that button, or you could type !tip into the stream chat. If you don't see that button, maybe you're on a mobile device, that's fine. That'll bring up a link. Either way you get to my PayPal tips page, you can either be anonymous or you can leave a name and a message. All right, please consider it. Helps me out a big time right now and helps me get through this annoyingly tough time. Okay? Okay. Fair enough. So, that's it. I'm done. I am done with Plugs. That's a nice quick plugs, right? Don't need to go crazy with super long plugs or anything like that, right? So there you go. Alrighty then. Okay. Let's do shoutouts. Let's do some shoutouts for those who have already contributed on the stream today. Okay. First of all, we have overnight a few people contributed when I was not even here on my day off. So let's give them some credit. We had Sir Moans a Lot, who resubbed for the 8th month in a row. And Sir Moans a Lot said, "Are you bilingual? If so, can you offer advice on how to learn a language? I'm currently in the process of learning Dutch." No, I'm not. I have a limited understanding of a couple languages, including Italian, French, and Spanish. In particular, Spanish is probably, out of all the languages outside of English, Spanish is the one I understand the best. I cannot speak any other language, period. I'm horrible at trying to formulate a phrase or sentence, okay? Just being honest here. However, I can, if someone's speaking Spanish, nearby, and I overhear it, I can usually tell what they're talking about. Okay? I know a lot of Spanish words and phrases, and I took Spanish for 3 years, either 3 or 4 years in high school, and some of it stuck permanently. The other thing is, when I was in high school, I took a Latin course, and Latin is actually the root language of a lot of the modern spoken languages, including things like Spanish, Italian, English. It's got a lot of things based in it. So if you know the root words of a lot of modern words, you could figure out what they mean, even if the word in Spanish isn't necessarily the same as the word in English. It doesn't even sound like it. Certain phrases or certain words have a certain meaning, okay? So, yeah. Now, am I bilingual? Hell no. Can I give you advice on how to really learn another language? Not really. What I will tell you, though, is that Latin, as much as I hated studying it, actually did help me a lot. I'll give you a perfect example here, all right? The word gladiator means a guy who fights. Guy in an arena sometimes, he'll fight, sometimes for his freedom, sometimes he'll fight a gauntlet of enemies for prizes or whatever, right? A gladiator. You gotta think like the Romans and stuff like that. Well, the word gladiator's root is a word called gladius. The word gladius means sword, which makes sense because a gladiator is going to fight with a sword in the Colosseum, right? So it makes sense that gladius, gladiator, okay? However, the word gladius also means penis in Latin. And it basically means that the sword is meant to be a symbol of male virility and male strength, much like the penis. As stupid as that sounds, it's absolutely true. So when you see a word that has gladio, gladius, anything like that, it basically means something about male virility, strong male presence, or it could mean a fighter with a sword, And so you can learn a lot of things from Latin like that to learn base information about words and phrases that'll allow you to give you kind of the root meaning behind it. So there you go. I know that's really silly, but that's one of the things I learned in high school. I have no advice whatsoever on how to learn a language. I haven't done it since high school, and I'm pretty sure, in the 19 years since then, things have changed. So there you go. Okay, Bulletproof 2014 cheers. He says, have you seen Black Mirror Bandersnatch on Netflix? If you don't know, it's an interactive film where you make choices. It can last 40 minutes to 2.5 hours depending on your choices. No, I have not. I heard about it, and it sounds interesting and intriguing. Maybe one night if I'm bored after a stream and I have some downtime, I'll check it out. But no, I've not had a chance to check it out yet. But thank you for the cheer. Amber Lynn cheered and says, I'm a longtime female viewer who came over from YouTube. What portion of your fan base do you think is female? Is there any chance you can enable comments on YouTube, as there's still a small community of fans who discuss your playthroughs? Well, two-part question. The first is, how much of my percentage of my viewership is female? I can't answer that because it's completely based off of information that users enter, and who can say if it's accurate, right? Like, who can say when someone's creating an account on YouTube, if they say they're male or female, is it accurate, or are they lying? there's no check or balance there. It's all based on user-generated data. See what I mean? What I can tell you is it's pretty small. I think the last time I checked, it was like 93% male, 7% female on YouTube or something like that. As for Twitch, I have no clue. I don't think I've ever looked at demographics on Twitch in that regard to gender. And I would do it on my laptop, but my whole laptop would probably crash. It's a piece of crap. Maybe that's something I could look into later. But I can tell you, obviously, when it comes to video games and, a male gamer playing video games on the internet, males seem to be more attracted to myself and my content than females, okay? I don't know why. I don't see the difference. I'm certainly don't mind having anyone of either gender watching my stuff. I don't mind having gender fluid people watching my stuff, for God's sakes. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter, right? It's certainly not a stat that I really care about. I'm just happy if anyone watches my content or streams it and enjoys it, right? But in regards to your second question, why are my comments off on YouTube, and would I ever turn them back on for a small community of people that want to talk about the videos? They're never coming back. Reason being, YouTube comments are completely unmanageable. They are a cesspool of toxicity, in particular when it comes to my content. Sadly, people will, if I turn on those comments and they realize it, they will immediately flood those videos with disgusting shit again. So just to give you some perspective, because you may not know, you may have only been around for a while, or maybe in a year. I turned off comments permanently on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, in the fall of 2017. The reason was my actual longtime viewers, people who had been watching the channel for a greater part of, 7+ years, told me they had enough. They were like, every time I go on your videos, all I see is disgusting racists, sexual insults, in general, just really nasty fucking stuff about you, about others, just really gross stuff. And Phil, we understand you're a busy guy. You can't sit there patrolling and policing YouTube comments. So if you could just turn them off, it would help, because that way we don't have to look down and see that disgusting filth of a toxic community that is the YouTube chat community. And don't get me wrong, I know that's not everyone, okay? I'm certainly not blanketing in every single YouTube commenter into that boat. I'm just saying, sadly, the vast majority of people who would comment on my videos would be looking to say something extreme to get noticed. For those of you who don't know, there's a group of people out there who regularly rip my stuff off of YouTube without my permission. It is illegal to do so, by the way. And they make videos making fun of me, basically saying, oh, Phil's a bad gamer, and he's a bad person, and they'll take my fails, and they'll take stuff out of context, and they'll make montages of negative shit. And what they used to do is they would then go to YouTube comments and find negative comments and put it into their videos as a way to accentuate their content and pretend like they're acting like they're making something original, when in reality all they're doing is stealing comments off my videos to make their own negative toxic shit and get attention for it, okay? So as these videos became more and more popular over the years of like 2013 to 2016, there became a group of hundreds, if not thousands, of immature children who would come on my videos and say the most disgusting shit just to get noticed in one of these videos. So basically it became a game for them. Oh, the more extreme, disgusting, insulting thing I say, or the most nasty, racist thing I say on Phil's video, I'll get noticed in one of these nasty, negative, toxic videos. So, it basically became a game, flood Phil's videos with gross stuff every time he uploads. And that's what I mean. It came to the point where finally, my longtime viewers actually asked me to turn them off. They said, we had enough. We'd rather have no comments than these kind of comments. Okay? And I said, you know what? Fair enough. And the funny thing is that there hasn't been any significant negative impact whatsoever on my YouTube channel because of this. If anything, the impact happened when I became more of a full-time live streamer, and I focused on solely the interaction I have with you guys here on streams and didn't really care anymore about making the content exclusive for YouTube or anything like that. Everyone knows now when I upload to DSP Gaming are basically just archives of the live stream. If you want to be in on the fun stuff, you got to be here live on the stream. And, if you can't, don't worry, I'm not going to abandon you. I'm still going to upload the archive to YouTube. But, being live on the stream is where it's at, right? So, all that being said, there have been negative impacts on my YouTube channel, and they have nothing whatsoever to do with the comments being turned off. It has to do with the fact that most people want to watch my streams now, okay? And like I said, it's actually been an interesting flip where in the last year and a half, the attention has gone solely away from a main focus on my YouTube channel, and now, all the focus is on my streams, which is great because, like I told you, my streams are doing much better, overall more viewership, overall more attention, more contributions, and more chill of an atmosphere, too. And that's always a good thing. Okay, so now let's get to people who contributed during today's stream. We had Liquid Hindo, who was gifted a sub from an anonymous gifter. We don't know who it was, but thank you to whoever who anonymously gifted the sub. Then Necro Null resubbed for the third month in a row and said, "You better play Dead or Alive 6. Jump Force looks like trash. You'll get bored of it and the netcode real quick." Oh, I'll be honest with you. I fully think that either game, whether I play Jump Force or Dead or Alive 6, I'm going to end up getting bored of it quickly. Which is why I don't want to play both. Okay? I know that either game is probably going to be a game I play for a week or two tops, and then I'm probably going to get tired of it and not want to play it anymore. Dead or Alive is a very hit or miss franchise. They have a lot of problems with competitive play and balancing of the games and their characters. And the gameplay of Dead or Alive is very much rock, paper, scissors, where Jump Force at least seems to be something original and different. It's not an ongoing franchise or anything like that. I'm not seriously considering Jump Force as a serious game. I don't think it's going to be taken as a serious competitive game, but I bet it's going to have some fun content. It'll probably have some modes and stuff to play offline. Then it'll also have online gameplay. See what I mean? So at the very least, I'll get this cool mashup style game. All these different animes combining and fighting each other. Various modes and fun stuff. And let's face it, there will be some cool appeal with that from a certain audience. Versus Dead or Alive 6, outside of a hardcore fighting game audience, who really cares about Dead or Alive anymore? That franchise is pretty dead. Plus, let's face it, I'm not going to get into it at a hardcore level. So those who are coming to my channel, oh, look, someone's playing Dead or Alive 6, and then they don't see me playing at a high level, are going to be disappointed. You see what I mean? Versus Jump Force, I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be the opposite. It'll be cool just to see me casually play the game and try out all the characters and see what I think. And even if I end up playing Jump Force only for, a few sessions every week until I get tired of it or whatever, I really don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, I think I would rather play Jump Force than Dead or Alive this time around. And this is from me having extensive experience with Dead or Alive. I've played every single Dead or Alive game since the game launched in arcades in the 90s. And I can tell you, even though it is fun to play, at a competitive level, it's incredibly frustrating and unbalanced. And it's not a good game to play long term, in my opinion. So I think I'm going to be playing Jump Force, okay? All right. Shout out to Jarhammer, who resubbed for the 10th month in a row and says, "Happy New Year, Phil. All the best for 2019. Thank you very much, Jarhammer. Kathani, resubbed for the 21st month in a row and says, "Happy New Year, late, Phil." Well, thank you, Kathani, for the resub. I appreciate that. Oh, I am so congested. All right, guys, I'm going to mute the mic for a minute to blow my nose. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. I figured you probably didn't want to hear that. Ugh. Now I got a box of tissues next to me just in case I need it. Typically what happens is when I first start on a stream like this where I've been sick, the beginning of the stream is the worst because overnight my post-nasal drip goes crazy and bothers the shit out of me during the day. Which is exactly what's happening right now. I'm congested. It's still dripping. It's gross. But as the day progresses on, it actually calms down. So I think, once I get into the gameplay and everything, it should actually get better. And hopefully by the end of tonight, I won't have it bothering me at all. And hopefully, in this next week of streaming, it'll fucking go away. That would certainly be nice. But I don't know what's going to happen here. Okay? Alright, continuing on. We have Eternal Napalm, who did a 50-bit cheer. He says, the unhinged, hateful conspiracy theories I see thrown against you is pathetic. I don't get why people hate you so much. I've been enjoying your content since Dark Souls 2 in 2014. Well, the bottom line is, you can ask these people whatever you want. You can ask them, oh, gee, why do you hate Phil so much? They'll all have their own individualized story. Okay? They will. And some of them, I'm sure, will make some sense. Some of them won't. Some of them are holding on to grudges, just insane grudges from, the longest period of time for things that are so long in the past that haven't happened in a million years. Keep in mind, I'm a content creator who, on a full-time day here, I'm streaming anywhere from 8 to 10 hours a day. So in 8 to 10 hours every single day, in the thousands and thousands of hours that I'm putting out of content a year, maybe, a small, minuscule amount of time do I do something that these people don't like. Yet that's what they focus on, okay? They're some of these hyper-focused, real just nitpickers who want to do that and make that as their excuse to hate on me. The bottom line is, if you actually look into it, most of these people are in it for the sake of community, for the sake of the fact that they can join in other people in collectively hating something. It gives them a feeling of belonging because maybe otherwise in real life they don't have that. It's almost like joining a club, And, let's face it, over the years, many people who have popularity have these clubs of people who actually dislike them rather than like them, right? However, the sad fact is that in the case of the people who don't like me, they've actually gained notoriety and popularity, and a lot of times they've even made money by stealing my content and illegally cutting it up, remaking it into something that it shouldn't be. It's misrepresentative of who I am, okay? Excuse me. I can't clear out my throat. It's pissing me off. Oh, man. Oh, I really hope that this drip stops because it's really pissing me off today. But anyway, basically it's a community of people who know what they're doing is messed up, but they have no conscience. They're basically sociopaths. They know that they can concretely hurt me being a small-time kind of content creator. I'm not a big guy. I've been around for over 10 years, but I'm not on the level where this kind of stuff, I'm immune to it. I'm not. It's quite the opposite. It can actually hurt me pretty bad if things go wrong because of the trolling and shit that they do. Okay? So, that being said, even though every person would claim to have some kind of a reason or some kind of a story behind, this is why I don't like Phil, the overwhelming bottom line is that there's no consensus on what it is. They all just find some weird justification to do what they do so that they can feel good about themselves and being part of an actual toxic, negative group of people who this is what they do. It's cool to hate on Phil. It's cool to harass his streams. It's cool to steal his content and make fun of him and do nasty, toxic stuff. See what I mean? It's just fucked up. But normal people don't get bothered by that stuff. You know what I mean? It's just it's people who are really fucked up in the head who would even think about doing that kind of shit. So, it's ridiculous, but it's life, I guess. Right? And I gotta put up with it. So it is what it is. Okay, Ladder Slider cheered and said, can we donate so you can get a company to claim all the videos of people stealing your stuff? No. No, because it's completely worthless. There is no way to protect yourself on YouTube from this issue. There's just not. They have a mass copyright tool that doesn't work. because anyone could just dispute any copyright claim, and unless you actually issue a lawsuit against them, that content immediately gets restored. So it's pretty much worthless. You know, it doesn't really. There's no validity to it, and there's no point to doing it. You know, it sucks. YouTube claims, oh, we have all these tools and we have everything. In reality, they don't have shit. All YouTube cares about is not getting sued themselves. So if anyone actually sued someone and took someone to court for this kind of shit, then they would finally take action. But as I've said many, many times, I'm small potatoes. I'm an individual. I don't have a lot of money. The money I have already, I owe to the government. So, you know, I don't have the ability... I don't have the ability to try tackling any of this kind of stuff. I just basically ignore it. You know, I pretend like it doesn't exist. And then I do, you know, positive streams. And it's all I can really do, right? So, thank you for the cheer. But... pretty much a bad idea, and it's not going to really, you know, turn out into anything, you know, any kind of productive thing if I ever were to look into it anyway, all right? All right, guys, what I'd like to do now is give a shout-out to the top 10 cheering contributors of the week, okay? Those who have cheered so far this week, I want to give them credit, and then we're probably going to get started with Call of Duty, okay? All right, so, shout-out to the following top 10 cheerers of the week. Hold on a second. In 10th place, we've got Jack the Prick. In 9th place, we've got a tie. It's actually a tie for 8th, excuse me, between Crazy Dream and Xbox Gamer DSPGaming. In 7th place, we've got Insomniatic Me. In 6th place, Two Bar King. 5th place goes to The Loudest Fart. 4th place is Super Blind Man. 3rd place is Himanoma. 2nd place, Orcs or Dorks 7. And in 1st place, Cadet Duke. All right. Thank you very much. My friggin' throat, man. I still feel like I gotta choke. This sucks. All right. Well, guys, that is it. Thank you for being patient. Just a reminder, again, if you want to help me out, the best way is to tip me today. So far, no one has tipped. So it's be very easy for you to get up on that leaderboard as the top tipper for the day. And, you know, the tips are going to get me out of this tight situation I'm in right now that I really do need your help. And I appreciate that. So please consider tipping me, all right? And it's hilarious, because then you get someone like Flint and Stock, when the stream chat just said, oh, well, if you stop mentioning detractors and money, maybe you'd have less people who restream you illegally. Wrong. Because then they just find something else. And the bottom line is, I don't mention detractors and money more than just a few minutes every single fucking stream. If you watch the entirety of my stream today, you'll find pretty much only on the pre-stream segments do I mention it. Once the gameplay starts, it's gone. The problem is, you only focus in on those segments and act like that's the entirety of the stream when it's not. And that's not my fault, and there's nothing I can fix. That's something you have to fix within yourself to stop focusing on the one little segment of a stream you don't like out of an 8 to 10 hours of streaming that I'll do today. Sorry that I'm a human and I have to actually mention things like, oh yeah, you can actually contribute to the stream. Every other streamer does it, okay? However, I get shit for it. So maybe you should, instead of being negative about it, you should understand why I do it, and you should be appreciative that I don't constantly advertise on my streams like other people, and enjoy the content, and just be chill and stop complaining. So there you go. Okay, so Finn Stack now says no one advertises, and that's it for him. Enjoy your ban. Seriously, yes, no streamers advertise. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Okay, goodbye. When you hear that, that's it. You just know once you hear that, there's no reasoning with this person. He's just an idiot. Someone who's just trying to be a negative jerk. So, goodbye. Okay. Coco HD cheered and said, how do we join your matches? You don't. I just do random matches. I don't set up lobbies or whatever. Android says, well, I agree, never talking about money would help your situation. The fact of the matter is you have no choice because of what these people have done to you in the past to fuck your financial situation. They put you in the situation. So I'm sure you prefer to never mention money. That's right. And in fact, Let us, shall we, everyone, harken back to a time, an era, when I never mentioned that shit at all. You know, back in the heyday of YouTube, when I first started out from the years of 2008 all the way through when I got laid off from my job in 2010, I never mentioned anything like that, okay? Okay, and then, after I started doing this full-time for a living, and I stopped accepting any kind of donations or anything like that, from the years of 2011 all the way through when I moved out here in 2014, again, when the money was good before my YouTube channels were trolled into oblivion, and my income was dramatically reduced, I never mentioned it at all. I didn't have a Patreon, I didn't accept pledges or donations, none of that. It wasn't until these same people who actively complain about me e-begging, they're the fucking reason why I have to do it. Before they came in as a toxic influence and trolled my channels with false copyright strikes and harassed people into not wanting to associate with me so I couldn't do collaborations or get sponsorships from companies who every other major streamer and or content creator on YouTube can actually get these kind of partnerships, until they got me kicked out of my YouTube partnership this year by harassing the shit out of Curse. You see what I mean? Because of all these things, they're the reason why I'm in the situation I'm in. I'm not saying I'm completely, what's the word? I'm completely not at fault. I'm not. There's a lot of financial decisions and things over the years I did poorly. I never expected when I moved out here in 2014 that within 2 years, my income would be reduced by 60%. But it was. Okay? That was completely took me out of by left field. I had no concept that that kind of shit would happen. But the reason is that it got that much depleted was them. Yet they're the ones who will make fun of me and call me out. Want to talk about hypocritical? So we're going to get Phil shit for doing something that the only reason he does it now is because we created the situation for him to begin with. I mean, talk about hypocritical. You think I'm a hypocrite? No, they're the ultimate hypocrites. But again, they're in this weird mob-like, cult-like mentality that everything they do is immune to any kind of criticism, and what they're doing is in the right and righteous because the content creator who's put out free content daily for the last 10 years is somehow in the wrong. Right? I'm in the wrong, you know, even though I was fine before these fucking people ever came along to have their jollies. All right? I had no issues. It was only when they appeared from the fucking dark caves of the world to harass the fuck out of me and my business, that's when things go wrong. But it's my fault, okay? In their mind, this is how they think, all right? So it's fucked up. DC Fan did 100-bit cheers. Is I don't know if you heard this or not, but there was a game called Earthfall that was like to Left 4 Dead only with aliens. Maybe you want to check it out. No, I've never heard of that. Interesting. Was it any good? I actually heard there was a game called Vermintide that was similar to Left 4 Dead, but a lot of people have been complaining about it, saying that it's like unfinished and it's buggy, and basically it's fun to play when it works, but it doesn't always work. Okay. By the way, your top cheer. Oh, I take that back. 2-Bar King did 100-bit cheer. So 2-Bar King and DC Fan are tied for top cheer today. Let's get 2-Bar King up there. Oh my god, my throat is really bothering me. And Jack Spartacus has resubbed for the 21st month in a row. So I hope you have fun today, Phil. Hello to every fan in the chat. Thank you, Jack Spartacus, for the resub. All right, guys. I guess now we can begin. Looks like we've gotten through everything. Giving shout-outs to everyone. One final reminder, please, if you want to help me the most, please tip me. Right now, no one has. So easy way to get up on the leaderboard and get credit for your contribution. Okay? Okay. Let us begin. Black Ops 4 multiplayer. I have no idea how this is going to go. I guess we'll see you together. All right? Thanks, everyone, and let's get this show on the road. Here we go.